right, let's dive right into this explainer. Today, we're unpacking some fascinating data and stories straight from the recent reports of International Gospel Response Ministries, or IGRM for short. We're going to explore their unique model, how they're working to bring, as they put it, the whole gospel to the whole person. And as you'll see, this impact scales all the way from local African villages to a massive worldwide digital community. It's a real ripple effect of transformation. To really grasp the heart of their mission, just look at this quote pulled directly from a Kenya refugee report. It's a single, authentic voice, but man, is it powerful. Before, I felt alone. Now, I feel strong. I feel like I belong. That right there, that's the core focus. It's all about that tough transition from total isolation to genuine stability in places where resources are incredibly scarce. It's about finding real dignity and a place to belong even in the absolute hardest of circumstances.
And, behind all those reports and statistics are real human faces. Take a look at this young participant in a Kenyan refugee community. Finding spaces to just focus, to connect, that's absolutely huge. When IGRM talks about measuring their impact, they're really talking about moments exactly like this one. You can actually see a renewed sense of purpose. It's a snapshot of a youth looking forward, completely surrounded by a community that's actively growing in hope.
All right, moving on to Section 1, Faith in Action in the DRCongo. Let's see exactly how this quiet, consistent transformation is taking root on the ground.
The data from the sources reveals a really consistent grassroots momentum. To put this into perspective, in just a single week, we're talking April 27th to May 3rd, 2026, IGRM DRCongo facilitated 457 participant engagements across 21 unique activities. I mean, think about that. That is a massive amount of local mobilization happening day in and day out. But what do those 457 engagements actually look like? Well, they look like this. Simple, foundational gatherings. You see families and leaders coming together in these really unassuming, authentic spaces for community worship and discipleship. Notice how the kids are right up front and the adults are deeply engaged in dialogue. It's exactly this kind of quiet, week-over-week consistency that builds profound, lasting trust within the community.
So the crucial takeaway here is that this approach truly targets the whole person. It's a holistic transformation. They're covering everything from joyful children's ministries and youth mentorship all the way to vocational training for adults to help ensure family stability. And right alongside the worship, prayer, and Bible teaching, they're out there doing home fellowship visits, bringing pastoral care right to people's doorsteps. They're tackling both the spiritual and the practical needs simultaneously. Okay, let's jump to Section 2, Rising Together in Kenya. We're going to follow this ripple effect into the Kakuma and Kalobeyei refugee camps, environments with immense challenges, but as you'll see, incredible resilience. And the numbers here are frankly astounding. In literally just 1 week, the community in these camps achieved over 1,137 participant engagements, spread out across 28 distinct activities. Seriously, mobilizing that level of connection in a complex refugee setting requires an unbelievable amount of logistical dedication. The true scale becomes even clearer when we break down those demographics. During that exact same week, 587 people gathered together in worship, and 413 kids found safe spaces to just be kids, to learn, to laugh, and to play. What's absolutely beautiful here is that children from entirely different countries and cultures are being brought together, visually breaking down historical barriers right before our eyes. Down at the grassroots level, it looks like this outdoor gathering. Local emerging leaders are being equipped in life skills and discipleship right there under simple structures. The whole curriculum is designed to restore dignity, build self-reliance, and really prepare this next generation to become servant-hearted leaders in their own communities. A central philosophy at running through all these reports is this profound idea: hope is not only present, hope is becoming new life. Through youth mentorship circles and dedicated skills training, the ultimate goal isn't just to help folks survive a terrible ordeal, it's to equip them to actually thrive, build peace, and create a future. Which brings us to Section 3, a global online community. Let's see how all of this physical impact is supported by an invisible digital thread coordinated by IGRM Canada. Check out this breakdown. It perfectly illustrates how these free online Zoom sessions are connecting participants globally. Out of a recent group of over 83 participants, 63 dove into intense leadership training across 3 sessions. Meanwhile, 20 participants came together for a unified global worship service. It's pretty amazing, right? People from Africa, North America, and Germany logging in to grow together. The impact of this digital multiplication is huge.
By keeping this volunteer-based online ministry completely free and accessible, they're basically treating every small group as a seed of hope. They equip leaders for local discipleship, record the teachings, and then distribute them to churches in DR Congo, Kenya, and out onto YouTube. So a single empowered disciple online quickly multiplies to impact entire physical communities. It's a real game changer. Seeing all of this grassroots transformation, from refugee camps to digital classrooms, the source materials leave us with a pretty vital question to ponder. What role will you play in this story? How can we step into this ongoing narrative of dignity and change? To answer that, they outline 4 very clear pathways for partnering for lasting change. You can give, which helps keep all this crucial training free and accessible. You can pray to support these growing leaders. You can serve by jumping into global volunteer initiatives, either virtually or physically. And finally, you can share to extend this message of hope. This is exactly how they resource their goal of bringing the whole gospel to the whole person where resources are needed the most. As we wrap up this explainer, let this lingering image of authentic joy remind you that real change is happening right now. The footprint of IGRM shows us a distinct model of community transformation, one that heavily relies on local trust, sustained presence, and global digital support. It really leaves us with a compelling thought about international aid. When organizations focus on restoring profound dignity right alongside practical skills, just how much faster can a community rebuild itself?